I have a busy day today, Monday, and basically I have this drop. They opened at 7, or I'm sure they were here earlier than that, but I have to drop here by 7, and I got here at 7:02. I have to be out of here by 8. I always allow myself an hour. All right, guys, sorry. I always allow myself an hour for a drop, so I have to be out of here by 8. My next stop, I want to be there to pick up at 9. It's about 50 minutes away. I allow myself 10 minutes, but I know that there's minimal to no traffic given it's the Corona era. And also the route I'm taking is a no traffic route, so that works out. I have to pick that up and bring it somewhere, and then I have another pick up where I started. That's gonna be up in Westfield, Mass. So that's my route today. Really, really tight, because I have to be to my last stop, which is a pickup. They close at 4, and I want to be there for 3. Tight day. Let's make it work. Let's keep moving. In order to be efficient with time and to make deadlines, you got to multitask. So they're unloading me. They have 1 out of 3 pieces off. I've already recoiled all my straps. And I'm about to roll up this tarp so that by the time I'm fully unloaded, I can get out of here and hit the road. No time to waste today. Man, it's 5 of 8. I gotta hit the road, and these guys are holding me up. But you know, they're doing their thing, being safe. So they got 2 out of 3 pieces off the trailer. I've already coiled up my tarp. I've already coiled up my straps. I tightened the tripod that I had that was loose. I'm about to factor this load, and just miscellaneous things, keeping up, filling up some space. So, but I gotta go. All right, folks, I have decent news, and good news, which is good. So I gave myself an arrival time at my pickup, at my first pickup for the day, which is my first load of the week. I wanted to be here by 9. So I got here by 9:11 because the fuel stop where I stopped, I had to stop to close my toolbox, which I left open on the road, which isn't good. Don't rush, because if you rush, you will make mistakes. So I'm using the Hammer app, and shout to Schwarzenegger. And basically, I just navigated from where I am to dropping this in Rhode Island, and then getting back up to where I'm going next in Massachusetts. I have to be here by 4 p.m., really 3:30, because I have a hard stop. They stop loading at 4 p.m. As of right now, if I was to leave right now, I'd be arriving there around 1:06. In reality, I'm going to stay here for an hour, so I'd be arriving there at 2:06. But truthfully, once I get loaded, I still have to tarp this and secure it. So let's put in a half an hour there for that. Means I'd be getting there at 2:30. And then when I get here, I got to get offloaded. I usually add an hour for offloading as well as loading. So 2:30 becomes 3:30. So as of right now, I can wait here for an hour, get loaded, tarp and secure the load, drive, get there, unload, and get up here all by 3:30, which is pretty much what I had budgeted time-wise. So thus far, as long as these guys don't take forever to load me, and my drop point doesn't take forever to unload me, I'm doing good on time.
Regardless of what the economy's doing, it's never a bad time to prepare. You start your business when you want to, but you either prepare now and stay ready, or prepare later and let everybody who's ahead of you get your money. Ready, Set, Prepare is my inexpensive course that I've packed with just about everything you need to know to prepare to start your business. I'm not gonna make it available on YouTube. I'm only gonna announce it when it's available to everybody who signed up for my free course, because at the end of the day, those are the people that are really serious and pursuing everything they can possibly learn about the business. So if you enjoy my free YouTube content, imagine how much better and much more detailed the paid content is gonna be. So hit the like button for me, go in the description or the comment section, and sign up for the free course. You won't regret it. And if you're overly cautious like I am, ask in the comments what people who have taken the free course think about it, and then jump in.
Yes. So this is great. This is really great, because I was told I was gonna have to wait an hour to get loaded, and in reality, I waited like 10, 15 minutes. Guy came to my window, he's like, "You ready? They're right there." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." So basically, he was like, "You want them side by side? I have to go around and so forth." I was like, no. If I don't have to move and you can do them this way, perfect. So I had him put them back to back. This is 6,000 pounds. So effectively I have 3,000 there and 3,000 there. So I'm sharing some of the weight between this axle and my rear truck axle. I'm happy, evenly distributed as far as I'm concerned. in the middle. I'm even. This thin board is the middle of my trailer. Spot on, if you ask me. And it looks pretty good up top. The other one in the front's a little bit to one side, but I'm okay with that. My dunnage I used because these don't have much underneath them. Can I get in there? Yeah, there's not much underneath that. This little 1x is nothing. Sorry. So basically, I always have dunnage. I thought he needed dunnage underneath these, so I was ready to put 1, 2, 1, 2. He said, no, I just need you to put it on the edge so I can pull my forks out. And that's what he did. And then I'm gonna wrap my dunnage up. I'm gonna pull my tarp out. I'm gonna cover these, and I'm gonna get moving. The one thing I do want to, sorry guys. The one thing I do want to tell you though, that I was pissed off about it last week, but in reality, as you can tell, I'm bubbly again. I told you, when I have freight on the trailer, I'm stupid happy. And I'm moving, and I'm already looking for tomorrow. Well, I'll be in Maine and I'm looking for a return or something else going up. But anyway, so I jumped a bit too soon on this load. It's only, I'll put the miles on the screen, but it came up for like $250. And I never move loads for less than $300. Maybe I've moved one in my tenure. But I grabbed this one at $240. I was like, whatever. Last week, as you guys know, was a tough week. Psychologically, it was a tough week, and I was like, you know what, screw it. Let me just grab this load. The moment I grabbed it, the same load came on the board again for $300. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? It was a different broker. I asked this broker, can you do $300 so we could even out the numbers? No. Can you do $250? No. And I'm like, you know what, let me just grab it. It's not bad anyway. Should I have waited? In hindsight, everything's 2020. But if I had waited, I could have grabbed this load for $300, made an extra $60. There's no way I would have known. So what was happening is that these brokers were bidding on this load and trying to off it. So when I called, he put me on hold, snagged it for less. And then the other guy, who probably didn't realize it was already taken, was offering it on the load board for $300. Whatevs. So that's a little bit of the history on how I got this load. It's not cheap freight because it's good rate per mile, and it's good because it's just good. I drove 45 minutes to get here from my last stop, so it was convenient. It's not cheap freight, and yeah, that's what's going on. Let me get the tarping, get the strapping, and take advantage of this hour of savings that I have. Loving that. So I've been sitting for a few minutes. I made it to Rhode Island really quickly. It's about noon, so I'm doing great on time. But man, there's nobody here to unload me. I mean, they're here, but I must be invisible. So I'm just gonna approach somebody and ask them what's the process for getting unloaded, what's the wait time, and go from there. Good thing I asked, because there's a receiving door that I didn't know existed, and I was just directed to it. So you can't be the guy who, the typical quintessential guy that doesn't ask for directions. Not in this business. So I'm parked in the right place, but voila, I have a light out. And the one all the way to the right is partially out. So I had to order some new lights, because that is a DOT dream violation. It's coming on. I made it. I had to be here at 2, called the broker, told them I'd be here at 3. They were fine with it. The shop stopped loading at 4. I pulled in at 2:55 p.m. So I totally made that. So this is the load. It's just some framing. I had them put it at the back of the trailer because it weighs 700 pounds. It's nothing. But more importantly, I have a skid steer going right here in this gap of space. It's 10 feet, and I have a lot more than 10 feet there. So basically, I'm going to head up. This is going to Maine. I'm going to pick up the skid steer tomorrow morning on my way to Maine. It's a pick and an immediate drop. It's an hour away, the pick and the drop, so I'm gonna do that. And then technically I should be heading toward the drop off for this. But there's another load that I just booked that I can pick up on the way to the drop off for this. I'm gonna pick that up. That's gonna take the place of the skid steer once the skid steer is gone. And then I'm gonna deliver this, and then I'm gonna stay overnight. And then Wednesday morning, I'll drop off that other load. So yeah, all that. I want to point out a few things on this. So this is 2 separate pieces, 3 really. This railing is one. This is 2 railings, one on top and one on the bottom. So the ones on the bottom are, I'll show you. Like here, this top one rather, not the bottom one, sorry. This top one, they strapped it to the pallet. There's another strap, and here's another strap. It's starting to rain, so this is gonna be quick. So that one's down, but I wanted to make sure I secured it even more. So I have a strap there, and I have a strap there, and of course I put the moving blanket so that all the bumping and moving doesn't, you know, peel off the paint by the time I get to where I'm going. They may not care, they may care, but that would be a claim if they do care, and I don't want to claim on my insurance, so that's that. As far as the bottom piece goes, both of them, here's one, and the bottom one is by itself. So these are loose. So I put 2 straps over those, one there, of course, moving blankets, and one there with moving blankets. Here, this belt wasn't really touching, so I zip tied it to the pole itself, and then I zip tied it to the belt. This is so that my pad doesn't go away, and this ends up being chafed and scratched on the trip. And this is so that, just another little added piece to hold this to the belt. Nothing major, just me being a little OCD. I did the same thing there. You can see that one is holding the padding to the pole, and that one is holding the pole and the belt together. They're not touching, I'm just making them touch by doing that. But nonetheless, it's secured here. And the one that I did that with here, that's not my main securement point. It's secured there. So anyway, that's that. I just want to point that out to you guys, how to strap something that has moving pieces and moving parts.
This week was so busy that I had to break weekly money up into 2 parts. I already posted it. Watch part 2 right now.